What's up guys, Nighttime here and welcome back to the first Mythic Plus guide of 2019. I hope you guys had a great Christmas and a new year, and I hope you're ready for 2019 now. So let's get into what we can expect from the dungeons this week. So this week we have got Tyrannical, Teeming, Volcanic and of course Infested. And this is actually a really good week for pushing. Season 2 is just around the corner and I think this is the last week that's really optimal for pushing. So try and get the highest keys that you can in this week. So the first one that we've got is Tyrannical, so let's have a quick look at what we can expect from Tyrannical. Bosses have more health and deal 15% more damage. So the bosses are going to be the hard ones this week, so you're really going to have to pay attention to the mechanics and make sure you are doing them correctly. You may also want to try save Bloodlust for the harder bosses, and make sure that you've got some decent cooldowns when you're going into the boss fight. The mechanics are probably what you really need to focus on most. If you can get most of the mechanics down in the bosses, then it should be a lot easier for you and a lot easier for the healer if you're just not taking the damage that you shouldn't be taking. So the next one that we have coming in at +3 is Teeming. Additional non-boss enemies are present throughout the dungeon. Kill count requirement increased. So there isn't much difference for this affix. Basically there's just going to be more mobs and you're going to have to kill more of them to get to the final count. So this being said, you will probably want to do some quite big pulls this week if the tank can handle it, and you may want to spare some cooldowns for it. If you really need the cooldowns for the boss, then just bring back the pulls a bit and do what you feel comfortable with. The trash is going to take a long time this week because of teaming, but if you can manage bigger pools, then this will make it go a lot quicker. A really good add-on to download for this week and to have in general while you're doing Mythic Plus is Method Dungeon Tools. This allows you to pick what ads you want and it will show you the total percentage that you're picking for the ads, so you can make sure that you plan a route before you go into it, and this will save a lot of time in a kind of not fanning about trying to decide what to pull. The next one that we have coming in at +7 is Volcanic. Enemies cause eruptions of flame near distant players. Additional volcanoes may appear near existing volcanoes. So this one, as you can see here, I will try make it clear so you'll be able to see what the Volcanic looks like. You've basically just got to avoid these. This is one of the easiest affixes that you can get, but you do have to make sure that you avoid them because the higher it scales with the dungeon level you are doing. So the higher up your key is, the more damage the Volcanic is actually going to do. So just avoid these and you shouldn't really have any problems with this affix. The last one that we have is obviously Infested, coming in at +10, and this one doesn't really get affected by this week's affixes, so let's just have a look at what it does. Some non-boss enemies have been infested with a spawn of Cahoon. Those mobs will heal all other trash mobs and bosses within 8 yards. So what I normally suggest for Infested is try and CC 1 or 2 infested, pull the non-infested around it, kill them off, and then pull the infested together. This will save you quite a bit of time, and you also do not run the risk of the non-infested getting infested and carrying on healing. Other than that, there isn't much to say about Infested this week. It is quite easy. In general this week it's a very nice week for pushing. So just make sure that on bosses you do have good cooldowns and you are doing the mechanics right, and you should be fine this week. That's it for this week's guide. If you do have any other questions, please feel free to ask me. This has been quite a short one, but there isn't much to this week, and that's why it's such a good week for pushing. If you do want to catch me live, you can follow me over at twitch.tv/NighttimeVG. I am going to be trying to push as much as I can this week. I am going back to work. Well, I'll be back at work when this is uploaded, unfortunately. But I will be streaming as much as I can this week and just playing as much as I can this week. You can also join the Mythic Plus Friends Discord. That will be posted down below. Basically, it's a Discord with nearly 20,000 members that you can find all different types of player range from like 100 score all the way up to 2.4k. You've got people on there. So if you do want to group up with the people, I would suggest going over to there. If you do have troubles finding groups and whatnot, it is a very friendly Discord. I'll also post my personal Discord down below. I'll have updates of when I'm going live and also video updates and whatnot, so feel free to join that as well. I do apologize that this is a short one, and I had a bit of a rough one last night, so my voice is a little bit dead, but next week should be better. But thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next one.